Welcome back, everybody. Here we go again. Right, what do we need? Where we were. We need a screwdriver. We need food. Before I do anything, I need food. We have a severe lack of food. Do I have a fishing rod? I bet I don't, do I? Because I dumped it when we... we got one in there. Okay. On it. Good. The first thing I need to do is eat. Yeah. Down to the coast, shouldn't it? Yeah, the end's on that side. Yeah, okay. Right, let's go do some fishing and go from there. We need a screwdriver, we need a saw. Yeah, that's probably the beginning of the battle. Everything else is pretty much as and when. And it's raining. DayZ for you. Hope everyone's all having a good Thursday out there. I certainly am. I'm on leave now till the 1st of September. So I've got some time off. And apart from Saturday night where I'm busy, I'm pretty much sorting my life out, getting ready for the move, getting rid of rubbish from the house, and playing DayZ. It'll be the perfect use of my time off. We're at high tide, aren't we? I can't just run across. Good. That problem solved. Right, we need to fish, then we need to get back to base. And then go from there. Why can't I see what I'm looking for? That's what I was looking for. That's that sorted. Said we need a screwdriver badly. So we will have a little, while we're here, look. I bet I didn't bring a knife with me. I did bring a knife with me. Thank God for that. I'm not very organised today, am I? That's the trouble. Never thought about doing that. Fishing from inside here. It's going well, thank you. How are you? Close that down. Can you fish off this one? I'm sure you can. I just never have. Oh, you can. There we go. You learn something new every day. We just need to fish because we've got no food in base that will keep me alive. So I wanted to get some food cooked. So some fish back to base. And then we'll gear up and go out looking for ammo again. Because I'm low on ammo. Because we need to find... Well, we always need to find something. But at the moment, we're desperate for a new saw and a screwdriver. Don't need a compass. That's a stupid game. Don't need a compass. But I'm good, thank you. How are you? So I'll get this cooked. I'll give you a look around the new base. Well, same location, just it's been improved on. And then we'll go out and look for this screwdriver. And I don't really want to take the 300 black out because I've only got 12 rounds of ammo in it. But we don't have a lot of choice. Isn't it? The server is really good. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm so glad you watched my stream and then came across to play it. It's so nicely done, isn't it? Yeah, very much so. I'm really happy to be here. I'm glad I found it. And you know, I like a more survival-y server, as I said before, and this is. But I really enjoy this server. It's a good challenge. It's just the right level. It's, don't get me wrong, it's not impossible, but it's hard enough that even without players you have problems. Found a main server. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Somewhere to call home. We need to think about water. Why wasn't I thinking about water earlier? Do I have a bit of battery left in the MVGs. What time are we? Night time. It's early morning. That's good. So I don't need to take the batteries out of the MVGs. Probably worthwhile not taking them because they're so rare to get hold of. Though I should get more of them because I've got 11 days off now. So I'll be about a bit more. Right, I need to kill you, and then I need some sticks. That'll do. So we need to get a screwdriver so we can move this. But I just don't have one yet. But that's probably the only real problem. Let's go and get a bit of paper a second. Got anything in here I can break down into a bit of paper? No, let's just go and grab some paper from a gun box. A bit of paper should be in there. That'll do. With some paper. I know, isn't it good? It's clever. And we'll keep that on us for emergencies. That's ruined. Nothing I can replace it with at the moment. We're going to leave our MVGs behind when we go out because they're too valuable to take out with me. We will take the repair kit. Leave the fishing rod behind. We'll replace my gloves. We need an IFAK on us. Got that, is fine. Do we have any spare disinfectant? Yes, good. That's that solved. We'll need to go out and get water as well. And we need a gun for this trip. Don't have another 12 gauge ammo. MP5, no. We've got a mag for that at least. I suppose that's something. It's a possibility. I don't have any spare shotgun ammo, do I? No. It looks like we're taking the MP5. Unfortunately, got no other MP5 mags, have we? About the only thing we have a lot of ammo on. No mag on that. No mag on that. No. So we're taking the MP5. As much as I would never recommend it normally. We just don't have the ammo. To get one in the chamber before you load the mag. Maximize. Now we're going to get rid of the rucksack and we're going to leave that behind and we're going to go looking for a rucksack out on the ground. Because this big yellow thing is an aiming mark. That's that solved. Right then, I think today's trip we're going to push up here. It's tempting, isn't it? That's landed. It's a long way away. Forget that. It's not that tempting. What's that? That's tier 2. We don't have the firepower. Stop it, Goblin. So first point of call is we need water. So we'll go there and get water. And like you said, small areas on the coast are so nice. They're grey, aren't they? It's not perfect. Some of the things are a little bit off, but aren't they on every server? I'll check this flag is up. How are we on restrictions? We can still build a few more walls. So 1.2 Ks. Go get some water. We've got the fish with us, haven't we? Yeah, good. Chainmail. Don't need. No, it's a really nice server. It's a really nice server. I'm really enjoying a different challenge on here. You know, I'm stuck now in a world where I just don't have the ammo. So I now have to go to lower tier military to get magazines, so we can load the 74s with ammo, which will allow us to get into higher tier militaries to hopefully get better ammo and better guns. It's brilliant. It's how it should be. It's a bit more closer to reality. They disinfected? Yes. And we need a better rucksack, but let's get one out on the ground if we can. We can get away. We've got enough storage space there to run without one. Let's take that aiming mark off. And I'm chatting to the admins on, or the owner of the server most days, which is quite nice. Yeah, it's not quick, and I build servers. It ain't a quick process. And it takes a few wipes to get the balance right, because you build up your vision, but until it's run for a while and you see how players play the map, it's hard to get the balance right. It's easier to make a full-on PvP server because you just do the same as everybody else does. No. Yes. No. That being said, if we find some 7.62, they'll be fine, so I can repair them. When I get them to the back. Oh, that's got a fence on it. That's annoying. Arguably on this server, you'll need a generator because you'll need to recharge batteries. It's great. Because batteries are so rare. We do need that. We've got a blue gas canister at home, so that's worth having. Make it easier when we're out on trips to be able to cook. So that's going with us. And these extra trees certainly help being here. Yeah, even though the server's empty, it feels alive, doesn't it? Very atmospheric. Hi. Well played. Never trust a goblin. Right, let's get out of here. I know I need to bandage. And breathe. For a moment, wasn't it? I think he already had a 12 bore. And he was trying to lull me into an ambush position. Right, now let's find our nearest fire station. Electra, innit? The one I know. The one that I know the way in and out easiest. And another reason why I like this server, you can have a firefight and then no one's toxic about it. You have a conversation. People get better because of it. If I had the 300 black, he'd be dead. I think there's slightly more keys coming in zombie spawn, which is good. Oh, there'll be more AI pushing this, won't there? Oh, this will be a... We need a better gun. We'll be fighting AI on this, won't we? 100%. Joy. Alright, we need to... Yeah, we can do it. We can open the door, get on the roof of the fire station, and try and take the AI out. If it had been a high tier key, I'd have taken it home to save up for when we got better gear. But because it's a low tier fire station, then I'm willing to give it a go. We might get geared out of it. I need space. We're not going to need that. That we do need. That we do need. That we need. That's pretty buckshy because that'll be used up once we get there. The coin's not essential, but we need it. That's needed. That's needed. That ain't essential anymore. I also need to know what loot they give on fire stations. It reminds me so much of F-35. We used to live at that castle, and then we'd come to this fire station. But they didn't have AI. F-35 was a server called Freedom 35 that was around years ago. That was the first big server that me and a team played. Nobody I play with now anymore. Most of that team have now gone on to other games other than DayZ. Whereas I'm always going to be a DayZ player. Don't get me wrong, I do play some other games, but DayZ is my world. I love this game so much. I've been gaming since the 80s, and this is, since then, for me, the best game ever. In a modded world. I don't like vanilla. I like the world that we have on PC. Where we have so much choice. Because it is a different game. It's servers like this where the thought that's gone into making it is amazing. And I realise that I'm opening myself up to being raided because I'm streaming with the name of the server in the title. I get that. But I think the server deserves some love. And if the server was full, I wouldn't be all half full or had like 30 people on most of the time. I probably wouldn't have the name of the server in the server title. In the stream title. But hopefully it's getting better. I mean, we'll be at now 7, 6. We were on 9 earlier. It's starting to creep up. A week ago it was 3s and 4s, and now it's at 6, 7, 8s and 9s. So it's starting to pick up a little bit. I'm bound to between now. I've got 11 days off now, so I'm going to be streaming this a lot. So hopefully we'll get some more people across. Now I'll find a screwdriver and I'll be like, I need to go home. I hear you, Mr. Zombie. And I need to deal with you now because I can't take you into the fire station giving away my position. Sorry, mate. But you have to die. Oh, that's annoying. Different type of coin. Yeah. Don't need metal wire. I wonder if they've got the recipe on here that I've got. Maybe I do need metal wire. I can't carry it. I've got no space for it. No Bergen. Right, let's leave these Zeds alone. They're not leaving me alone, though. Not again? Oh, you're on the roof. Okay. I can live with that. Right, so we're going to push fire station with an MP5 and no storage. Joy! I see you, military building. Pray for a rucksack. Got one round in it. Well, I'll do with that. That's fine. Could always search in these garages for this screwdriver, but hey, we're on a mission now. I see you, military. Compass don't care. Weapon parts don't care. Another mag for the MP5 would be good. Bacon we do care about. Compass we don't care about. Those are so ruined. That door shut, good. That door shut, good. I would have thought that would have been... It's that door. Yeah, I can see it's useful, but not really useful to me, if that makes sense. We'll go looking for... We'll go back to those garages. We'll have a look for a screwdriver. Or a saw. Or a pet. Now we're going for home. Because that will at least allow me to organise the base how I want to. Looking for a screwdriver, find a screwdriver. I know, stream a loot, stream a loot. This solves a major problem in the base. With that big box I've got in the way of the stairs. And fire stations aren't massively worth going for, we now know. At our level. That's worth having. You never know when we might get a pet helicopter. Yeah, there is that. Yeah. I do need a rucksack though. Having the fire axe is useful for cutting down trees. Yeah, so a saw is the next problem. Saw, rucksack, and better ammo. I need some mags that will fit a AK-74. And I don't like the 74, but that would at least allow me to go armed into higher tier to get better ammo. And I need more than one mag, because if we're fighting the dreaded AI as well as players, you never know what's going to go down. I'm not geared enough for Tissy. I do not have good enough armor or weapons to fight Tissy, to get through Tissy or Northwest, because of the AI threat up there, as well as the player threat. But Northeast, probably, because it'll be. I haven't seen their custom Northeast yet, and that's probably going to be worth a run, which is what I'm thinking tonight. We'll do a Northeast airfield run. See if it's got, because it's 5.56, sorry, 5.45 that I'm after to get gear, to get the mags and to get that stuff to be able to then do Northwest and do Tissy. So I need to be hitting sort of their version of Northeast to see if we can get some mags. We can always call back to Austria, see if they've got a custom version there, get some better clothing, maybe get a rucksack out of there. Or go there on the way in. But I need to get this screwdriver home first. And dump off some of the stuff that we're not taking with us. Like that one. We'll still take the MP5 with us. It's done as good up to this point. And I won't move the box on stream. I'll do the box off stream, because nobody wants to see me sorting a base out for hours on end and playing Tetris. Yeah, Northeast Airfield is what I'm thinking. Northeast, get the lower tier mags. I've not done... did they show me Northeast? They might have done. But I haven't been in there yet. Got a question. You ever done the Toxic Dam on aggro before? I don't play aggro anymore. I didn't do the Toxic Dam, no. So I don't know, is the answer to that. I haven't done it. I know where it is. Sorry, I can't help. If I'd gone in there, I'd have told you anything you wanted to know, because I don't play the server. I've settled on this one as a... Come on, open BB+. Thank you. And don't get me wrong, I liked aggro. It was a nice server. I prefer this. It's more my play style. But everyone's got their own type of servers they enjoy. Well, good man, just thought I'd ask. No, it's worth asking. 100% it's worth asking. You never know till you ask, do you? And if you'd been asking me about many servers out there, I might have been able to answer. We'll take that and that. We'll drop off one of our water bottles. We'll drop off that one. We'll just take the canteen. We need some more medical stuff with us, because we can't survive just on that, that's for sure. That's 6. If we purify that, that'll work. Evening. Right, so if that goes there, bring that to there, that to there, that works better. Swap those two over. They're both still purified, aren't they? Yeah, that's that done. Right. I don't like the MP5, but hey. We don't have a lot of choices at the moment. I don't really want to take the big yellow shoot me bag. Bloods are okay. That's okay. That's okay. That could do with repairing. So let's get a bit of repairments on that. After I got shot with maybe military base. Tricresta Goblin. They loot here, but not the hassle. Yeah, I'm other side of the map now. I'm living... I always do Tricresta. And I always live over this side of the map. But on this server, I'm living at ROG. So here, there is very custom. Like, massively custom. Like, and down this side here, I'd find everything I needed. But it's a... But I know what it looks like, and I know what the situation is. Whereas I have no idea if they've done any custom work up here. But actually, we need some magazines. So actually, as much as I know what I'm running into, it probably makes sense. We'll go down. I don't want to move my HQ symbol, do I? Like a mad, stupid goblin. We will actually go over and loot up for what I need. We'll go across the bridge. Tricresta is toxic. I was there. It's an experience, Tricresta, on here, I believe. Well, you know. Right then, what do I need to swap out? Have I got any sewing kits? Probably not. So we'll keep them on until they ruin. I'll live with that because they're blue. I'll stay with this kit I've got. Let's go rucksack hunting. Let's drop that off because it's the only rifle we've got in base. So let's save it because we don't have a lot of ammo for it anyway. We've eaten, we've drunk, we've got water on us. We're okay for the other stuff. Chuckles hasn't dropped off any food for me. No. Right, let's go rucksack hunting. I never go there again. That's awesome. Yeah, it's a little bit punchy up that neck of the woods. And I normally live over there on most servers. When it's just Chuckles and I normally live on every server at... let's try. Cresta is there. I normally live there. I'm known for it. Living over this side was a different decision, basically, because Chuckles and I wanted to play a castle build. I get nighttime coming in. Yes, we're going to need MVGs then. Don't have any spare batteries, do I, unfortunately? Do you have a spare battery on my 300 black? No. No spare batteries. Okay. Right, let's go magazine, battery, and everything else hunting. We have dropped off the screwdriver, haven't we? That's the reason we came home. Yes. Let's take a spare can of drink with us. Let's swap that for that, because that dehydrates you. That doesn't. Go get a rucksack. And hopefully some mags. This is nicely custom down here as well, guys. Like, really nicely custom. Some of it you probably would have seen before. Some of it you won't have seen unless you've been playing DayZ for a long time. One of the end of it is a mod that used to be used a lot, and it's used less and less now for a map edit mod, which is a great shame because it's an amazing map edit, as you'll see when we get there. And because we're after a rucksack, it's a good place to go. And we're after mags, obviously. I'm after 5.45 mags or 0.300. A box of 0.300 would do the job. So what do we think about DayZ coming out on Switch 2 today? I'm not a console player. But the fact that now I could arguably have DayZ Vanilla running at 60 FPS on a handheld console while at work appeals, should we say. I always set a goal on what I want loot-wise and want to end up in the side mission and 100 other things that I went out for. Don't we all in DayZ? I'm going here to do X, Y, Z, and then you end up somewhere completely different doing other things. Tried to play on server earlier. It was a brutal reintroduction to DayZ after 1 year of absence. It would be. Only play PC. Yeah, and I've only ever played PC. I think it's good for the brand. The extra money coming in from Nintendo players will help push more stuff for all of us. I'm the same. I've grown up using a keyboard, then a keyboard and mouse. I can play on console, but single play. So Far Cry 5. I bought an Xbox for it and played that because I wanted to co-op with a friend, and then I bought a Xbox again for Red Dead Redemption 2 because it hadn't come out on PC, and then once I completed it I sold the Xbox. I quite like the idea of a console though, handheld more. Trouble is when I play multiplayer games normally on console, I spend a lot of time running around looking at the floor while I'm getting shot at. I've spent too long using a keyboard and mouse, as the ones of us that have come from PC have. You know, I started off with just keyboard back in the 80s before mice were invented. Well, before mice were available to general population. Probably an easier way of putting it. Now, I don't care about any of this. Barracks at the end of this, I do care about. The only downside to this is obviously it's a long road of potentially getting shot at. But then we care about the far corner of the island. That's what we really care about. Because that's where we'll get the gear from. So this mod is used a lot. The bridge and the docks and the barracks. It's the other stuff that's a little bit different. Probably the best bridge mod for the island. And it's been updated since when I first used it, because when I first used it at the barracks at the end here, there was a ladder, and if you went down that ladder, you fell to your death. Or you fell into the sea. First time I ever played a modded server on DayZ, I died up there. First time really playing DayZ on my own, on a modded server. I was up there and I was cornered by a team that were trying to rob me. And rather than give them my gear, I jumped to my death. I sort of know where I'm going. So, but I think this is an excellent mod. They've also played with the castle, I think, and upped it to the towers a little bit. So this weekend I'll be streaming tomorrow. I won't be streaming on Saturday because I'm going out Saturday night and I need to bull my shoes, prepare a dinner jacket, press everything, make sure I'm spotless, get my medals out, polish them, all that sort of malarkey. And then I'll be on then for 8 days, streaming mornings and evenings, and then in between doing other stuff. I'll sort of do 3 hours in the morning and probably 4 hours in the evening every day, apart from my birthday, where I'm still chewing over doing a long stream. At the moment, no, we've got a ghillie on. Can't wear that instead, can we? Yeah, we can. Okay, so that'll do until we find a rucksack. We'll take some 545. So, in the real world, I'm ex-army. That's probably the first thing to say. It's a world that I was used to. And outside of streaming, I'm an instructor with the Army Cadets, and we've got our summer ball on Saturday night. We'll take another IFAC. Never say no to that. We'll take a 308 mag. Never say no to that. Do I want to replace my boots? Yes, I do, because they're pristine. Any of you that play this server that didn't know this was here are looking at this going, oh, that's a game changer, that is, from a start-off position. Don't like that combat jacket. Don't need that. Don't need that. Spare knife. Not interested. Need the ammo out of it. We're speaking with Ray. He is working on Northwest Airfield. Northeast Airfield is ready. Yeah, no, we've been having conversations. Ray's brilliant. I can't knock him as a server owner. I think he's out of this world. Will that fit this bloody thing? Or has it still got one? Has it got one? Okay, it's got one. He did tell me he wanted to upgrade Northwest because it's missing stuff that he thinks it should have, and I agree with what he's talking about. How is my gap? Pristine still. That's fine. Sorry, climbing rather than opening, so it leaves it intact. Right, we're going to go to the far corner because of what I need to get out of this. Don't really care about that area. It's useful for the well. This has always hit me that it should have been made into a proper castle. I know that the ruined works and you've got the proper castle up there. But I think if this had actually been a castle or monastery or something like that, it would have, on vanilla, it would have opened up the possibilities for teams, one team in the castle, one team down here, being at war all the time, which would have been nice. And I like the storytelling. I'm looking forward to Badlands, not so much for the map, but for the mechanics that they're bringing to the game and the new storytelling. And they're getting better and better at map design. You know, I wasn't a fan of Sakau, but it's a better designed map. I'm a massive fan of Livonia. My downside with Livonia is, unless you're a duo, you can't do the bunker. And I think that's a bad design flaw. I need to do some editor work. Not next month. After I've moved, I need to do some editor work. There's a few edits I need to make that I've been planning for a while. So, the joy of being in DayZ editor. I just don't want to run it on this PC where it keeps crashing all the time. without formatting the machine first. I'm trying to work out the reason why. Probably about right, because it doesn't... You can do it quite quickly, but getting it right is difficult. Shots. Modular plate worn, modular plate worn. Someone's been through here. Roll jacket, I'll swatch that over. There we go. My last modded map was your winter Cherno. Bloody cold, was really nasty. I'm still waiting for my balls to drop out. So cold. Sorry. Yeah, I can be a pain when I do a map. I really can be a pain. Next year, it won't be till next year, but next year we're having a new server. I won't play it, but I'm making a new server next year that will be available. That will be a hardcore survival PvP based building with a unique twist, and I won't talk about the twist until closer to the time. But it will be a duo server because of what I'm planning. Take the Vega mag. Take the spare knife because that's always useful. Don't need the Russian helmet. Yeah, no, winter is coming. He's been saying that a lot. We're about 2 weeks away from them dropping clothing in to get us ready for winter. Yeah, but winter is coming, 100%, and I'm glad. It'll make it more of a challenge, and I like challenge servers. I realise it's hard to get them full because a lot of players don't like it. It's a certain breed of player that likes challenge servers. Could have done with a mag. Canteen for base. MP7 mag. Lots of MP7 mags down here always. Certainly different. Well, And I don't think every player will see it the same way we do as being nice. I do. Yeah. Let's do the sensible thing. Because now I'll only get damp and not wet. Vega butt stop, not interested in. Field shovel we don't need anymore. Right, let's go home and drop off what we need to drop off. And then hit the airfield. Ooh, what did I do that for? It's a sporter. Fucking Ruger Mini 2.2. No thank you. But I love this map. I think I'm really impressed with the map design to a degree. There's some things I would change, but that's the same on any server you play. Nothing's perfect. The only way to make the perfect server is to make your own. And then the only people that will play it are people that like your vision. And then you can't play it. Oh, okay, you're a quest hub, are you? That's annoying. What a waste of ammo that was. I only just hate it when you shoot an NPC. I just thought that was a player facing the other way, and I was like, an easy kill that's going to be. I haven't had a look at their remodelled castle yet either, so let's go and have a look at that now. Because that central tower looks taller. So the server we're playing, if anyone's interested, is on the screen now. Really worth a go. Even though there's not a lot of players on here, it's good fun. If you like a slightly harder version of vanilla. A modded harder. Base building plus, stuff like that's in place. Key cards, keys, better weapon packs, all that sort of malarkey that everyone loves, but just things slightly harder. And nasty AI, but not everywhere. AI done right is what I would call it. Always take a mace. They're amazing for killing Zeds. Always do a check for food. Take some 12 gauge ammo. That's useful. Because that 12 gauge has saved me more times against AI than anything else. That's normal. That's custard. That's vanilla. That's a landmine. Need to get out of here. Has he built battlements? He has. I think we were lucky the landmine didn't kill us. I think it was a landmine. Think. Don't know for sure. I realise I can't jump off this. As I said, I think it was a landmine. Like that. Actually, this is really good because we've got a pump action shotgun at home that we could take out on our trip to get better ammo. So having some 12 gauge I need an easy way out of here though. There we go. It's not like we have a lot of choices of weaponry, is it? We've got 11 rounds left on an MP5. I'm tempted to swim it for safety. because we can't get into a firefight. We just don't have enough ammo. And we can always dry out at base. Yeah. What's going to be the easiest swim? All that lot, or small island, and then... Is that a base on there? It might have just not rendered correctly, but we need to check. Sort of place I would build if I was solo. Yeah, the swim out would be a nightmare every time, but because it's a nightmare, you're less likely to get visitors. Obviously, we're not that far away from having something that will blow a door off. So finding something to blow a door off on would appeal. I've got 5 gunpowders. All I need is a det. I've got a radio ready to go. Det and a burlap sack, and we can take a door off. If I'm ever playing vanilla, this is one of the places I build. Because nobody likes swimming in vanilla. And I think it's got some custom rock work on it. It might have a custom cave. There is a mod that puts a cave on this island. So... I know you're cold, Goblin, that's fine. You're allowed to be. I think that's custom rock there, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Because it's not been put into the ground properly. Well, I know BI do that anyway. There's a solo base for you. Certainly get a door in there, couldn't you? Players are now going, oh, if I play that server, I know where to live. Don't worry, I'm not likely to come back here again for a while. But future wipes, I need to reach out to the owner and say if I'm allowed to build at that cave, because that would make a very nice little base. Have the cave as your secure room, and then build the actual island up itself as your airlock. We will check that house on the way out. We do need one of them. We need to start thinking about recharging batteries, because batteries are so rare on here. So having batteries and a generator and all that sort of malarkey in camp is starting to make sense. It's not like the camp is covert anymore. Everyone knows that we've got a castle base because there's a door at the bottom. So actually having a Jenny in there is starting to make a lot of sense. Still disinfected? Good. Yeah, it was certainly a moment, wasn't it, with the landmine? I think it was either a landmine or a trip grenade. But I didn't stumble. I just hit it and it went boom. So my guess is landmine. But because I was running, by the time it initiated, I was a few feet past it. So we're going to take the shotgun for our trip to the airfield. Loaded with solid. So I think that makes the most sense. Coming into night time. It's only 15:30. It's Chernara, so isn't it? It's raining. The other thing I need to do over this weekend is build the... I offer to my members their own server that they can play on that's just members only. So, and I took it down because we had a problem with a mod on there that was causing it to crash all the time. So I need to rebuild that this weekend. But I won't stream that. That's just for people that are members of the YouTube. That if they wish to play it, they can do. It's a closed environment. Limited people. Survival slant. And I'm using that to test mods ready for next year's big one. Basically, I'm not doing anything on a new server for the masses until I've moved house. And once I've moved, we're going to have a nice server. But it will be... And obviously I won't be able to play it, so I'll carry on playing the hunt. In very basic terms. Because it's going to... I'm building a... Rather than a server for 20 people, I'm building a server for 60. And it'll be a duo server. More survival than this. Skills, sleep, bad weather, lack of resources, 70% nerf of loot. Different building and raiding mechanics to be used. And some custom mods that I'm writing at the moment, which I'm not overly going to talk about until I've got them working. Which I'm sure everybody understands. Because it's alright writing the mod and testing it, but until you put it into the real world and it works, then I don't want to give false hope. But the mods that I do will be more than likely not released. They'll stay as in-house only. Probably. Just based upon the fact, the amount of work that it takes to get them in, tested, doing what I want them to do, and what I've got to learn to do to make them work. It would be nice to keep them as in-house. But there's a few things I'm looking at. I sort of need 1.30 to get here first, because I need to see what mechanics out of that I can make use of. We're going to need a fire, aren't we? We drop off the MP5 now while it's still light and we don't have to use other things to do it. Now, do I have a pump action still in here? Oh, I bet I don't after all that. Oh, okay. I don't, but I have a magazine fed 12 gauge. That'll do. Nothing in the table. Oh. Ah. Oh, that's a bit of a game changer. Okay, we'll take the AK. still need to go looking for mags, but not really interested in that scope. That makes life slightly easier. Right, what are we dropping off? That. At least we know if we fall out with some AI, we've got a chance of winning. This is all to be sorted off stream, obviously. Keep that as well. Right, that needs to go there. That needs to come here. That always needs to go there because it's me we're talking about and I have to have things in the same place. Ammo goes to that one. That's not coming. That's emergency food. That's emergency bandages. We're not taking that zapper with us. We've got a reasonable knife there. We can leave the other knives behind. That's still good enough to bash things with. That can go there. That can go there. That can go there. I'm going to have to take the MVGs whether I like it or not. That's ruined so it can be burnt. I need a piece of paper, which we've got in the 762 boxes. Use that up. Basically, this will be organised later. I'll move that to probably this corner. Actually, maybe this corner, because then if we're being raided, you can stand on top of it, and when they blow through that door, you can machine gun them. Yeah. I don't really want to use up my MVGs. I'm tempted. What I don't want to be doing is logging out, obviously, but it's about to get really dark. Why don't we organise this now and be done with it? Where's my screwdriver? In hand. Thank you. when you press H on item, it's going faster in your inventory. I wouldn't like that. I would hate that. But thank you. I would just find it very annoying. I do with any of the fast ways of doing things, if that makes sense. I just don't like them. I understand that people love them. I get that completely. I understand why they love it. I just don't. I'm quite stuck in my ways with how I want it to be. I'm not going to sort this now. I'm just going to dump the loot in here, guys. Because me to sort this lot's going to take hours to get it just how I want it. But I do want to make sure all the food is in the same place. Because that's the big one. Because so much of this will need to go upstairs. That's ammo. Food and clothing needs to stay down here. But thank you for letting me know. And I mean that. I just don't... You get used to a way of doing things, don't you? And it's your way, if that makes sense. And people are forever saying, doing it this way, it's quicker. And I'm like, not when my muscle memory is used to doing it this way, it's not. But that's not to knock anyone else. It's like when people say to me, you've got that set up the wrong way. You need a bandage at this end, and then you need your gun, and then you need... Everyone has it their own way that works for them. And that works really well for them. Come on, you stupid game. Right, that's going there. That's staying, that's staying. That's staying. That's certainly staying. That's staying. That's staying. Staying. I'm keeping that lot on me. That's staying. 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 Don't need Pokemon yet because we're not doing a BM run quite yet. Keeping that for future. Soon running out of space in here, aren't we? They might as well stay with me. And I'll purify them. That's certainly staying, so it's worth its weight in gold. Let's get them purified. What have we got on me that's ruined? That can go off and be dried. That doesn't need drying. That needs drying. That's fine. That's fine. Fine. They need to be dried. They need to be dried. That's fine. What have I still got? That's damp, isn't it? Okay, so it needs to be dried. Okay, right then. So where we're going to go is... We're going to go, when we get there, when we decide to move, which won't be yet. Probably after restart, yeah. We're going to make our way up to like here, and see what uncustomized airfield looks like, if that makes sense. Because we're still after better ammo and gear. I don't need that on me. It needs to be preserved, doesn't it? So does that. So does that. They're all fine. Actually, that might do the job, actually, as my basher stick. Because that one is nearly dead. Okay, so bash zombie stick, IFAK needs to be the side of that. Actually, no, it doesn't. That needs to be there. Emergency knife needs to be there. That knife is there. Bandages, food, water. Gap. I don't need a bayonet on it. That's solved. We'll wait for the restart, and after the restart, guys, we'll then push out. Yeah, we're still looking for another saw so we can get this room finished off. We'd certainly need more batteries. I've got the nails and I've got various stuff, but I just don't have batteries at the moment. That was a nightmare to build to get right. But it's doing the job now. There will be eventually a door here. There'll be a door here. This will probably stay open plan, just because it can be used for general storage. There'll be a box on the roof eventually. Just not at the moment where we got a chance of being hit by helicopters. There'll be then a wall there. A gate there. In the past, I led people out here and then through there and then down to there with that open. And that sort of appeals by putting a wall maybe across here with a door here and having this as a separate area. But I quite like channeling players. So if they are raiding you, even if you're not home, they're fearful all the time that they're about to come under fire. And I quite like leaving some windows exposed, even though Chuckles hates it because he fears he's going to be shot. Just because it gives you shooty out windows as well. As much as you've got shooty in windows, you've got shooty out windows. But I understand why Chuckles isn't a fan. Right, I suppose we could start making our way up the map, just walking, and trying not to use MVGs till we really, really have to. also need to lead people round here, round here, round here, have a door here, and then bring them back down. And normally I put a door here, because you can climb up there, as you see, without having to climb. So you can block that off and lead them to this point, and they can still get up. And that way you're not putting two doors next to each other and getting splash damage. RV is set. Good. Right then. Let's auto run and get as far as we can towards the objective before restart. And we've yet to use Chuckles to get his code lock starter pack from the server, from the trader. So at some point we've got to run over with Chuckles and get another code lock, box of nails, sharpening stone, and all whatever comes with the pack. Hammer, saw, hatchet, code lock, box of nails, because that'll give us another code lock. But we've got to restart in a couple of minutes, well, 10 minutes. We'll make as much distance as we can, because we've only got a limited battery when it becomes night time. Ellie! They don't have a license to fly over my property. Such a loss losing Red Falcon. I couldn't believe it when I heard that he died. Such a shame. Because best helicopter mods in the world for DayZ. What do you think he's going down to do? Could have been going for the tier 1, but I wouldn't think he'd risk a helicopter base building. That's what he's going for. flying in at the last moment, because if you've got a door gunner, you can take out the potential problems from the air. Always doing the off stray drop. Why did I bring 2 of those? Well. Not like I don't need them. Gonna need food again, aren't we? Luckily, we brought some for a change. I see you, Zed. Not playing today. I think also what I like about the server is we can play it our own way. So the fact that I'm not a massive PvPer and high tier loot crates all the time, I can still do my own thing and still feel I fit in, which is really nice. And a lot of the time I'm on here solo, as you've seen. Chuckles is only home. He does three nights, 3 on, 3 off, 3 on, 3 off. And then on his 3 off, because Chuckles is US based, different time zones. If he's off weekends, I can game with him. If he's off during the week, it's less likely. Especially when I start back at cadets next 2 weeks' time. I'm busy 3 nights a week then. So I need a server that I can play during my off time. Cairo died again, poor lad. It was Cairo I killed the other night, wasn't it? and dying just before a restart, well, it's the best time to die, I suppose. It's less likely they're going to get your loot. I also need to, I don't know if you know about the game Body Cam, which is the ultra photorealistic first-person shooter. I haven't played that for a while, and I see there's about to be a patch dropped with some outside spaces trench warfare. And having been an ex-infanteer that was trained in trench warfare, I'm very interested when that update comes out, playing a bit more of that. But I won't do it on stream because I sort of get that I'm a DayZ content creator. I've tried other things and I just lose subs. So I need to just settle into being DayZ. And if I need a break, then take a break from streaming. And then a couple of weeks later, come back and carry on. Right, I'll be right back, guys. Welcome back, guys. As soon as the server comes up, we will be back in and continue. Another minute and we'll join. Hopefully it'll come up soon. YouTube's about to change the algorithm of how views are counted. So currently, if you guys click on to watch a video, it has to get past the advert basically to be counted as a view to the video. As of next week or the week after, it's going to be the minute you click on a video, it counts as a view. So all content creators are going to see a massive increase in views, but it won't naturally mean an increase in real views, because people might have just clicked on it and gone, oh, that's not for me, and clicked off. I can see YouTube's perspective. It means people can see truly what they're getting, but it will look then really bad. It will look suddenly for content creators like you've had 500 views and only one person stayed to watch. So we're going to have to all start thinking about discounting it a bit more. All right, let's wait for the map markers to load in. They have. Good. Let's run. We're not going to be hitting our target till the sun comes up anyway. But I'd rather wait in the bushes down here. And what we're after is lower tier, but higher tier than I've got. Magazines, weapons. It's alright having my AK and my 300 black and my Mosin, but we don't have a lot of in between. It's not like we're not inundated with 5.56, where actually this is a server where running with 5.56 would be fine. A lot of servers it isn't. We know that. Is that Berezino? Yeah. Apple orchards in it. Trouble is now, I want to push and have a look inside there, but I realise if we find anything nice in there, we're going home. If I get a code lock out of that, we have to go home. We don't have a choice at that point. If we find a locker that's lockable, again, we really have to go home. But we don't get up to Berezino very often, so... Well, it's a code lock, it's a bloody home. Obviously, if we find a battery, even better. Putty will take. Don't need that. eat. And where did it put the putty? That's good enough for me. That'll do. Also, I've got a fair amount that I need to do this weekend with setting things up, getting things done, getting things in place. The time that I'm off, I've got to start going through my wardrobes and working out the gear that I've got, what I can afford to get rid of. Because when I move, there'll be certain clothes I've got that I've had since the 90s, and I'm never going to fit into them again. It's time to bite the bullet and get rid of them. And I need to start preparing for the move, so packing up, working out what can go, getting rid of some of these computer boxes I've got for monitors that I no longer have, or motherboard boxes that I've been keeping because one day I might need the box. It's never going to happen. I never send motherboards back. If it doesn't work, I replace it with a new one. I've got a delivery tomorrow of a tux and a waistcoat. I need to press that and press my shirt and press my trousers, and my shoes at the moment are soaking in kiwi polish, ready to pull the toe caps. I had a nice haircut today, nice grade 1 all over. But I'll leave the shave until Saturday, so I get a close shave. But we will be streaming tomorrow evening, certain. Maybe I won't stream on Sunday because Chuckles will be about and I'll just game with him. Because it's nice sometimes just having that time where we just log on and play the game. And we can chat. We don't really care about having a streamer chatting at the same time. But certainly Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday we'll be streaming. Then it's a long weekend. Then it's a bank holiday weekend in the UK. Bank holiday Monday I might not stream. I might go and visit my old village where Mum's buried. Go and say hello to Mum and Dad. Seeing it's a village fete as well. And tip my hat to the people that need to be had my hat tipped to. We'll see how I feel at the time. Am I still being followed by those Zeds, or they've given up because they're bored of me? Ah, they're bored of me. Good. We'll be eating this tack back before we go in, won't we? Once again, we've gone on a long run with limited supplies. This server, you get through a lot of resources. Sometimes it feels like we get through more resources on here than DayZ, than vanilla. We probably do actually, because this is not, this is unlimited stamina, but not unlimited calories. So whereas on vanilla you're not running as far, a lot of it is walking. You won't cover the distance. Checking the chimney to see if there's a smoke coming out of it. Ah, there's not a fireplace in this one. I'm going to move to my lie-up point and then we'll eat and drink. Make use of as much daylight as possible. We'll just check these houses, because if there is a battery, then we'd happily take it. We don't really want to use that battery up. Could be for me, 300 meters away. Nice hat and flecked on. About to become nightfall, guys. But as I said, we've got 31% left on the battery. So we're trying to leave it until the last possible moment to use it. We want to be embedded in the woods. We'll soon lose the grumbly tummy. We've got the food to do it and the resources. Right, anywhere along here, really. That looks good. Right, let's lose some of this grumbly tummy syndrome. A stone knife peeling, that was pretty good going. Right, we are there. So I think we're going to do a quick pop out and just see if the airfield's custom at all, to give us a better idea of what we're up against. It's custom. Right then. In case there's AI on here, we do not want to be pushing this in the dark, because they can see and we can't. Alright, if we dive, don't have to worry about that RV now. Alright, weapon hunting, here we go. D130 crash. I'm good, thank you. How are you? We're off looking for shit. Anything useful. Because, like, it sounds good that we've got an AKM, but we've got one AKM and one mag for it. And then we've got a 300 black that's got 11 rounds of ammo left. And we've got a Mosin that's got a mag. And that's about it to our name. If anything is any good. And that's just annoying. So we're weapon hunting. Keep them coming. Yeah, you have to, don't you? No. And this server has a severe lack of batteries. So I've got like 31% left in a set of MVGs, and that's it on one battery. So, and then you got AI to fight as well as players. So it's challenging, but I do like a different sort of challenge. Hunter boots, they're pristine. Mine aren't really pristine because I've been wearing them for a while. We'll go for the proper pristine ones. So I'm after I'm not after a flashlight. Don't be so stupid, Goblin. I'm after mags that aren't pistol. I'm after batteries. And we're after some new weapon platforms. Sort of. And also, we haven't been up here on the server yet, so I don't know what the 338 ammo. I don't know what the loot would be like at the airfield, so it's worth doing this run just to work out how they run their airfield. Obviously, everybody does things slightly differently per server. I think Chuckles has normal plate at home. Bloody UN helmet, forget that. Don't need a USG 45 mag. We've already got a camnet over as like a Pac-Man ghost. I'm the same type. No gats. It's a shame. Either means someone's been through here, or there really isn't here. No mags either, really, is there? It's all medical, isn't it? Forget that. Check Livonia Towers, I suppose. Oh, there's military there as well. I know where that one is. I know how to get into that one. Okay, that's fine. We'll leave that to its own devices. Lack of zombies is a bit annoying. It's slightly worrying, isn't it, guys? Yeah, they're over there. ATOG worth having. Worth having. Where was that what I was looking for? Wasn't there. Nobody likes going up these ladder. Going to have to push higher tier, aren't we, guys? That's the trouble. I prefer combat boots over hunter, but I prefer jungle over both. Only because I served in the jungle. It's a personal preference, because a long time ago I ran around in the jungle. Nah. We'll go down to the central bit, we'll see if it's any good, and then we'll make our way home. My guessing it won't be. Yeah, it's clothing. It's low tier in here, isn't it? Yeah, they've kept this as a standard loot level. And that's fine. hate that we're having to be so scrappy to think about 45s now. Yep. They're worn. We'll carry them. Right, let's get out of here. Too low a tier for it to be to warrant it, isn't it? Home we go. I know we're bleeding. We'll wait till we get into the tree cover. I'm running this battery till it runs out, and then we'll swap for another one. Because at the moment we can't recharge them. I mean, we did all right that run. It just wasn't what we needed. But we did all right. Quarter to 1 in the morning. Okay. It gets light about 5 AM on this server. Dirty MVG, someone needs to clean these lenses. Who's on? That show their teams they're in? No, it doesn't. Okay. So I expect when I get back to base, guys, I'll probably finish the stream, and then I'm going to go into base tidying mode off stream. I want to move one of the barrels upstairs to turn into the ammo barrel. Move the ammo out of the boxes. Make the big box into clothing, medical, food. If I can chop up one of the baby boxes, then I can probably get the room upstairs finished, or maybe get another door in somewhere. So it's all that sort of stuff that I need to do that it's not essential at this precise moment for me to do it on stream. It needs to be done. But it's things like that that I can work on off stream. because it means that I can do then longer streams when I am on, or we can do more interesting stuff. I think tomorrow will be a Northwest airfield trip, or Mishkino. I certainly need to find another saw. So we might stay locally tomorrow and do a trip looking for a saw. And then once we've done the saw run, then push out for further afield. Oh, this battery's about to die. Bed up. And hopefully when Chuckles is about Sunday, we can get quite a bit done Sunday. I think he's off Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So Sunday and Monday I can game with Chuckles. But I might make it a late one where I game with Chuckles on Sunday and game into Chuckles time. Monday I'll have an easy stream, but Tuesday I'm aiming to do a long stream depending on how I feel, because it'll be my birthday. So that'll be a starting early, not early in the morning, but when I wake up, having everything ready to go for the day. Taking some breaks as we go through, but let's do a 5 AM stream until whenever I feel I can't do any more stream, if that makes sense. So I've never done a long DayZ stream. I think the longest we've managed is about 7 hours. And I'm never going to do a 24-hour stream. I'm too old for that shit now. But that doesn't mean we can't do a pusher for a 12-hour stream, maybe, if we can get it, if I can get my head motivated around it, depending on how tired I am. The one thing I will say is once I start to lack concentration due to tiredness, that's when I'll stop, because it's not the sort of game that's forgiving. That if you start making mistakes, then you die, you recycle, you lose your loot. And nobody needs that in their life. Message. Asking for minibus drivers to drive vehicles to the rugby. But I'm not minibus qualified at the moment. Should probably check this. Let's throw that away if we get anything useful. Okay, we won't check that area, but we'll check the outer area, the garages down this side. And the blue tin. Be nice to get a saw out of this. I could finish off a bit more of the base build then off stream. Why is there nobody living in that? Didn't want to have to deal with this now. Get for a lot of calories, as we've said on here many times. Looked like it's something better than it was, didn't it? Right then, that is game changer. That's massive. Really is, finding a saw. That's another door up, that is. I want to do the farm on the far left-hand side. The lights should be on in here because it's night time. Sometimes they are. Just because we might get a code lock out the farm. So it's worth a check. We've got the nails because we killed that guy that had loads of nails on him. I do want metal wire now because we need to start thinking about recharging things. Always check that chimney for smoke. Don't know why we want the letter R, but we're going to have the letter R. Flare. We can fit it in anywhere. That way. Yes, we can. Okay, now we'll push for home. As I said, the saw is a game changer. So few of them on the server, and so one of the things Chuckles and I need to do when he's back is do a run to the trader and get his base building pack and get it home alive, because we need that code lock and that saw. And we should probably pick up some quests as well, let's be honest. Time's it on the server to come through. So as much as we didn't get what we were looking for, I'd say this was a good run. As long as we make it back, we've got the saw. I've got a spare Bergen for emergencies. Now this field sometimes has a sheep spawn on it. Or goat spawn, but I don't want to get involved, because if you press the trigger, anyone in that town will be coming to have a look. Is that a player? No, it was just DayZ opening the door, wasn't it, as it rendered. See why people have vehicles in this game, can't you? Wouldn't normally. But this distance, I'll risk it. These rucksacks are amazing. I'm really quite impressed with them. Need to find out which mod runs them, because that's something I'd like on Goblin in the future. That plus when I use cross bags, so you could wear the bag, the cross shoulder bag, and that at the same time. It's a game changer, isn't it? Yeah, all needs sorting. Right, and guys, I'm going to call it there. I'm going to do a big base sort and get my life sorted so we can do better streams in the future. It does need sorting, though. So thanks for watching for the last 3 hours. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for the chat. And I will see you all again tomorrow at some point. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, if you've got a goblin in your sights, miss. I've been the Looting Goblin, and hopefully there's more.